Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Purple Grizzly, and man, it is late. It's 1:37 a.m. and I cannot sleep. I'm having one of those nights where there's so much going on. There's so much on my mind, and heck, why not make a commentary? And also, it's freaking hot out. It's summer, and I have my fan on in my room. So if you guys can hear that, if it's bothering you, I'm sorry, and I'll fix that in the future. But for now, just bear with me because it's 1:30 at night, and it's still hotter than balls in California. And I'm gonna want to start doing a lot more serious, deep, meaningful topics on my channel for commentaries. Because there is a lot of serious things out there. There's a lot of certain situations that we're in, certain feelings that we have that I'd like to give some advice on. But there are some topics I'm a little hesitant to do a video about. Whether a few reasons. Like it could be hard for me to talk about, or I have a certain view on things. Coming from a Christian perspective, and I know that's not all your guys' deal. And I don't wanna feel like I'm pushing anything on anyone, because I'm not about that, and I wouldn't like it to happen to me. But yeah, but for now, what we're gonna be talking about today's commentary is actually about self-confidence. Now, self-confidence is a very important thing. It affects how we act, how we talk to people, what we think of ourselves, how we tackle certain challenges, and it's a very difficult thing for some of us. Now, throughout my entire life, I'm 18 years old right now, so I'm not very old. I'm probably older than a majority of you guys. Um, I'm probably younger than some people watching this video, but it's throughout my life, I've had a really big struggle with self-confidence. I've never been really a confident person. I've never been the guy to go up and, I guess, ask a girl out on a date, or do some kind of crazy thing because I didn't have confidence in my abilities, or whatever it is. And right now, I gotta say, I have probably the most self-confidence that I've ever had. But growing up, going through middle school, I've always been a little bit overweight, pretty much most of my life, and just getting picked on a lot going through middle school, and just it kind of brings you down, brings a brother down. And some of you guys can relate to that, some of you can't. It's not a fun thing. It's in the past now, but I never had confidence in myself. I was never the kind of guy, okay, I'm gonna do a backflip off this 20-foot rock in the water, because I didn't have confidence, and I didn't want to, do it because I didn't believe I could. Skateboarding, I'm really big into skateboarding. I like to do it. I like to cruise. I like to, carve the bowl and stuff at the skate park. But I I've never, had the self-confidence to, okay, I'm going to drop in this fat ramp. Like, I've always, been really hesitant on things like that. It's not that I'm really afraid of getting hurt. It's just I didn't have confidence in myself. And right now I'm at the point where, I have a lot more self-confidence than I ever have. So I kind of want to give you guys an example of how I kind of overcame that. This goes way back when I was exiting 8th grade. It was the summer after 8th grade, and I went on a backpacking trip. Now, I was this little 8th grade kid, 14 years old, and I've never, done anything crazy. Always, just kind of in my own little shell. Never, I had some friends, but it wasn't really, I don't know, like, I wasn't really outgoing. And I went on this trip with this youth group, which I still attend to this day, 4 years later, called Campus Life. And it's a Christian-based youth group. Now, this trip I went on, I could probably talk about it for like a span of 3 commentaries. This was a really important trip to me. It's a whole other story, but really, I'm just kind of telling you guys how it helped me with my self-confidence. Now, like I said, I never did anything crazy. I was always in my own little shell, and I didn't really have any confidence in my physical capabilities, being overweight, and oh man, I was just so used to thinking that I suck at everything. I just wasn't good. And getting this 40-pound backpack and hiking in like 2 miles up a mountain, it was just, I was like, there's no way I can do this. And I finally, at the end of the day, it took hours for me to really make it, but I made it, and I was like, holy crap, I just did that, man. I just accomplished something that I've never thought I would be able to do. And then the next day we did an even harder hike, like up this freaking 90 degree, not 90 degrees, but this just giant freaking hike up to this cliff, and it's epic. My favorite place on earth. Um, and I just, before that, I never would have thought that I would have done that. So I'm just saying, if you guys are struggling with self confidence, you don't believe you can do things, you can. Like if you set your mind to it, you can accomplish it. And I mean, even with interacting with other people. I mean, say you're afraid to just walk up and talk to someone that you don't know. You're afraid to be yourself around your classmates or your siblings, your parents, whatever it is. I mean, this trip helped me so much where I was able to make friends. Like, I didn't know 90% of the people on this trip. I knew a couple people, but it let me open up and become myself. That's when I started finding my sense of humor. I've always, made little cracks and jokes and stuff and thought things were funny, from when I was as long as I can remember. But this, it really let me open up and be myself. And now I have a big group of friends. Like, I mean, not like a huge group, but I have a good amount of people that I would call my friend, and I'm comfortable, just around them. And I mean, even strangers, I could go up to a stranger, be myself, maybe make them laugh or something. I don't know. And if you're afraid to be yourself, that's ridiculous, because I mean, no matter what, there's gonna be people out there that don't like you, that just that you can't stand. Also, I mean, there's people out there that are just total a-holes, right? And you just can't worry about that. You can't let that hold you back. And I mean, so I want to encourage you guys. Next time you think you're not good enough, next time you think that you're not good looking, or I mean, don't get me wrong. I know we're all not blessed with gorgeous looks. I'm not included in that group of people, but man, I mean, you gotta be yourself. You gotta have self confidence. I mean, think of this. All right, I know this is a completely weird analogy. You've probably never heard this before, but I'm not gonna really get into too many details because it's kind of an obscure topic. But okay, when a God, I can't believe I'm saying this, but when a woman gets pregnant, the egg, the sperm cell goes to the egg, and yeah, it's like it's only one cell makes it to that egg and becomes a baby, and that's out of like 60,000, or I don't know the number because I'm not weird like that. But man, think of it that way. You out of like 60,000 or 6 million, however many people it is, you're that one that made it to the egg first, because you know what? You're a boss. You got self-confidence. You got to keep your chin up when you're walking, man. And if you don't think that you can accomplish something, I mean, you set your mind to it, you can. I mean, you hear that saying a lot. If you set your mind to something, you can accomplish it. And I believe it's true in most cases. Now, I'm not saying, okay, if you believe that you can fly, jump off a rooftop because you're going to fly. It's not going to happen. I really don't believe it's going to happen unless, if it does happen, let me know, because I'm gonna trank you and I'm gonna sell you for a lot of money. But I'm just saying, guys, I mean, you'd be surprised of what you can do and how of an awesome person that you really are. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that you're all awesome, that you could accomplish things that you don't think you could ever do. And I mean, you're awesome. I mean, self-confidence is a hard thing to overcome if you're struggling with it. I mean, even things like depression, which a lot of us deal with, it takes a big notch out of your self-confidence, a big one. But you guys are awesome, and don't ever think that you're not good enough for something, that you're not a cool person, or whatever it is. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it encouraged you and have self-confidence when you walk down the street next time. I'm Purple Grizzly, guys. I will talk to you later. Peace.